What's good? Yeah, I see you out there talking Jae Millz. Jae Millz is out here attempting to expose battle rappers as far as what they get paid right now. I seen it. I watched his entire blog, but I'm gonna play the clip. I'm gonna give y'all some reaction. It's gonna take me into I don't know, will it be a 20, 30-minute topic? We'll see how long, because we got some talking to do. You see some other people in the thumbnail, right? You see Aye Verb in the thumbnail, you see Eazy in the thumbnail. So I'm going to correlate them to the topic, of course. But Jae Millz is talking like pretty much every league that's got a card out right now then reached out to him to try to book him. And he knows what they was offering him as well as what they've got other battlers on the card book for. So he's talking his talk as far as, why it doesn't make sense for him. And, we'll get to the clip and I'll turn it into a fun topic. We're going to talk about what battlers are really making today versus possibly yesterday. We'll mix in some of that information. One of these guys in the thumbnail is going to get, I would say exposed, but it's stuff we already know. But we got to revisit something for somebody that's in the thumbnail. Before we get started, people, once again, we haven't done a live in a couple of days. We've been doing uploads. So, content has been consistent for y'all as promised. But bear with me. Let me get a couple more little items off. Shout out to what we got here. King Briss 718, New York shit. Became a new member, man. Salute to you. As soon as we got started, we got new members in the building. And we got OG members here too, like Don Bean with an early super saying, "You, AR, what's up?" Peace to the green team. Hit that like button, everybody. Please remember to do so. All right. Thank you, homie. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Drop in the comments. What's your favorite team on here? I don't know if I got one. I don't really care for baseball. I don't follow baseball at all. I played it when I was young, but I don't watch baseball at all. All right. Let me bring this up real quick. All you battle rappers, I want you guys to be aware that over on the Rare Breed Entertainment channel, not channel, my bad, Facebook, there's a lot of activity going on for y'all. There's a lot of views over there for y'all that y'all may not know about. Facebook is its own beast. It's its own playground. There's a lot of views over there. You could even monetize over on Facebook. Shout out to Quarter Lab. They've been bombing on the Facebook, the Rare Breed Entertainment Facebook. So I got to give them their props, man. It's been a great and a lovely partnership. RBE, myself, and Quarter Lab. But battle rappers, if you go over there, it might sound like the type of numbers Aye Verb be talking about. I mean, I'm just saying, we're doing pretty good over there. And I want you guys to know you guys got eyes over there. People like Craig Lamar, look, that was the most recent post. This one right here, 11,000 views, 18,000 views. Hollow right here with 60,000 views, 115,000 views on this one right here for Ill Will. Hollow 48 here, Mook 77, Big K 40. This Mook clip right here, 101,000. Oops with 10 here. Oops with no, that might be EK. No, that's Oops with a 30. This is either Daylight or King Los. Looks like Daylight standing in the front right here for 151. King Los with a 30 piece. Oops right here with almost 250,000. We ain't playing. I don't know if y'all know about the Facebook. 250,000 right here on Holla. Almost 1 million. We tracking down 1 million on this one right here for Hitman. 807,000 views. This one right here, Mook going in on Verb, 103,000. 80 on Holla right here, 141 on Holla, Mook 103, Holla 118. Jesus Christ. Quarter Lab, am I missing a check? When I look at these numbers, I don't remember getting no Facebook check from y'all. Did I get my Facebook check this month? Next month? Whatever. 200 right here for Holla. Cash right here with 167. Y'all get my point, right? So battle rappers, keep an eye on the RBE Facebook, man. We have a huge library of content and battles and classics and rounds and bars and moments. And we will continue to push our content out over there as well. So keep an eye out over there, people, okay? All right, let's get to this Jae Millz, Aye Verb, Eazy to Block Captain topic. And I'm going to start this off, like I said, we're playing a clip from Jae Millz. Let's see what he got to say. Y'all head over to his channel if you want to watch the full blog. Like I said, I watched the entire thing. He makes some good points in there. It's a pretty good topic to cover. We've been talking about money a lot in battle rap lately. Let's keep it 1,000. the Geechi Gotti situation, Free Geech, has really opened up this conversation a lot. There's other things that have already been showing. People has been talking, things that has been getting said, some stuff that's been getting ignored and swept under the rug. Hopefully, we don't need people to get locked up to have these type of conversations. I've been having them for years, but now that it's got more eyes, I'm definitely going to continue with these business related, as if I wasn't always right, conversations on the channel. So let's do it. All right, Millz, you up?
Videos, songs, just providing the energy. Battle rap bloggers is getting their money. Some of you battle rappers then did a few reaction videos on me too and got your money. I ain't do no copyright issues, no flagging. I ain't taking the revenue. I ain't splitting the revenue with y'all. I'm letting y'all get your money because I really want to show y'all that it's way bigger than Jae Millz. If you paying attention, I'm showing you how not to get in a predicament where you end up like Eazy the Block Captain, begging all these other people to book you when you supposed to have your own platform. If Eazy had a platform that was so significant, important in battle rap, and if Eazy was the algorithm, because I think Eazy is the old, you know how you got the Old Testament and the New Testament? Eazy's the old algorithm. Jae Millz is the new algorithm. I make things move right now. And I know it's tough to adjust to evolution. That's why I said sometimes to evolve, you have to destroy. Then you rebuild. Get Eazy out of here. Get Verb out of here. DNA, Goods, and podcasts that they was doing. Pack all that shit up. Pack it up. Niggas talking about this one got a ghostwriter. Imagine if I had a ghostwriter. Imagine if you even heard that I got a ghostwriter. Nigga, I'm the ghostwriter. Fuck is y'all talking about, man? Niggas mad because I said y'all out here rapping for $2,000 to $4,000 each battle and then getting mad at me because I'm saying that's not enough. You should be happy that I even got to a point where I don't have to do those type of battles right now. And hopefully I never have to do those type of battles again because I've made another lane for myself. I could sell merch that I create.
Okay. All right. Shout out to Millz, man. He's talking. There's a lot of stuff we could cover in there before I start getting into my thumbnail a little bit more. In the thumbnail, the first piece we're gonna go through Verb. But before I get there, yeah, because I had to write me down some reminders when it comes to some of that shit. Like, oh man, I gotta think about some of these examples on the fly. No, sir, jotted them down. All right. You want to know another topic that's been going on a lot lately? Caffeine. Was caffeine good for battle rap? Was caffeine bad for battle rap? Y'all want my opinion? Y'all want my take on that? Everything comes with its pros and cons. Okay. Everything. The best of the best leagues. They've had things that they've added. They've had times where they subtracted. They've had good, bad. Sponsors have come in with good intentions. Some sponsors have been pretty much the ones behind the certain matches, whether you know it or not. Were those matches good? Were they worth it? We've gotten sponsors to back things like a couple one-rounders on big cards. I'm not going to call them out because then it's going to feel like a shot. You know, so it depends. Like, you'd be surprised how many sponsors and people with money have pushed certain battles into the public, whether the fans was on board or not, or whether the league was on board or not. Who knows? Who cares at this point how much power Caffeine really had within URL? The money that they were able to bring into the space, you can't say anything other than bad about that, with the exception of people assuming that when they went out of business and they said, yo, we were never profitable. Well, 9 times out of 10, math comes down to budgeting in a business space, right? So that would be a con. I'm not the one that was managing the money. Who knows? Who cares? You know, at this point, the pace of it, some people now in hindsight, they say it was too fast, it watered down, didn't have quality battles, people didn't get a chance to prep. But I do respect taking the shot. I do respect working with an entity that has ties into companies and corporations such as Fox, and getting that money and getting that funding and bringing the fans free content, even if it was twice a month, 3 times, whatever, and seeing how it goes. You know, like, you got to take chances. And I think when you ask the average battle rapper, what do you think about the Caffeine Era? they're gonna co-sign, especially if they got paid from it, right? But there's how many battle rappers across, let's say, the last 15 years caught a caffeine check? Probably a small percentage. You know what I'm saying? So in totality, you just have to look at it like it is what it is. It has pros and its cons, just like everything else. Did that change, or should it have changed a battle rapper's bag in totality, whether before what they was making as far and after? I don't see how. I mean, because I'm confident in my negotiations. What I spent on that card may not be what I'm spending on this card. The reason why I was able to get you $1 million on that one may not be the same reason why I got to try to argue you down all the way to 100 grand on this one. You see what I'm saying? Circumstances change these matchups. They change these cards. What sponsors involved? What league is involved? Who's got the bag for real, for real, for real? All of that changes. So I don't get it. Before caffeine, you had some battle rappers that were making very good money, and some people that were making the same dollar amount that Jae Millz was talking to. Like when he was talking in his blog, he said he's speaking to these leagues, he's speaking to certain battlers. Everybody right now is making $2,000 to $4,000, right? You want to ask ARP if that's true? Okay, watch this. Definitely ain't giving out no $50,000 bag in my situation right now, because I'm doing one-offs that are going straight to YouTube. I'm not even selling anything. Barely gonna do promotions on some straight to it type shit. You know what I'm saying? But for the leagues that are doing pay-per-views, that are still cutting those type of checks, yeah, that's true. Jae Millz is right about that. That is true. There's only a small percentage of battle rappers that still command high pay. There are some top tiers. There are some goats right now that either have or had bookings locked in and contract signed for $2,000 to $3,000. That's an absolute fact. Is that because where the game is right now? Yes and no. Yes and no. Once leagues slow up paying and slow up their competition, right? Nobody's overextending the way that they used to. Watch this. You want to know what put more money? Some people are going to hate this take. Fuck it, it's true. Sorry, it's true. Y'all gonna hate this take. Some of y'all gonna hate this take. You want to know overall in totality what put more money in the battle rappers' pockets than the 2 to 3 year window of caffeine? Want to know? Competition and multiple leagues being here. Abso-fucking-lutely. At the URL and RBE peak, for example, you know what it is? It's a lot of outdoing. It's a lot of Summer Madness. What was that? 7 versus the Rare Breeds card. It's a lot of battle rappers like Sue Surf that can get on 15 Minutes of Fame and say, I take this contract from ARP and then I walk it over to Beasley and I say, y'all better give me that 2-3 battle deal. Or it's Murder Mook's manager being able to say, hey, we will walk across the street if you don't come up to our terms. Or you see, I'm like, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of, you did this, now I'm gonna do that, or you do that, now I'm gonna do this. So don't forget this league over here, whether we directly compete or not, we're still in the same space. I wanna be the best. I wanna have the best card. You got this going on, that going on. This battle rap is taking multi-battle deals, and or Eazy the block captain is gonna take a big bag with Hitman. He's gonna leave his contract. At the heyday of the leagues competing, you know who really benefited? Well, the leagues benefited as well. Drama sells and they're motivated to do all the things I just said. But the battle rappers eat hand over fist. You got Mount Rushmores that during the peak of all these leagues operating at their top, let's say a URL, a King of the Dot, RBE, who else? Let's say Guerrilla Warfare, Black Ice Cartel, Bullpen, Battle Academy, all these leagues that are out there. You know what I'm saying? Like once they're all on 10 like that during that time period, what the fuck do you think the battle rappers can command? You think a top tier has to command $2,000? No. It takes more for me to bring you over here and make you only sit still for this 2-3 months right here. That's where a lot of the multi-deal contracts and the multi all that stuff, well, some of it, not all of it, some of it comes in. Now, if you got like this is just my opinion. You take like an up and comer and you put them under a contract. There's reasons from a league standpoint that makes sense, right? But the game always laughed at like the super top tiers for taking multi-year deals and whatnot. But why were they getting offered that? Why does like a K Shine get offered some type of situation that would restrict him? Right? Why is that? Because here goes ARP saying I'm about to book you versus Hollow. He makes a call, and then allegedly he gets thrown a bag to sit still. Same thing happened with Geechi, allegedly. Same thing happened with Surf, allegedly. Same thing. I can go down the line forever, right? So that comes with competition. You know, you got to spend the money to keep up. You got to spend the money to remain top dogs, you know, and try to put together the best product. So the battle rappers were able to capitalize on the competition 100%. And that was the span of 6, 7, 8 years, maybe in total. Okay. Now let's talk about let's go back to Jae Millz' point. Jae Millz is definitely focusing in on, he created a lane for himself. And most battle rappers taking 2 to 3,000. I'm talking about top tiers, because you got a lot of people that don't get offered that, you know, mid tiers and guys that don't really draw as strong as so if you got top tiers taking it to $2,000 to $3,000, when he's talking about this and he's saying, why should I take that? I carved out a lane for myself where I could make more than that. Why go stand on the stage? I got something else going on. Here's the pro and the con to where the game is today. You got a lot of battle rappers that's looking at the past, looking at the competitive years, looking at the caffeine era, and saying, if I'm not making that anymore, I'm not even going to promote, or I'm not going to perform up to my top standard. I'm not going to give you my A+ game. It's like walking into a job that you've been doing for the last 10 years and all of a sudden you're making 25%. Would you feel the same? Would you act the same? Would you carry it the same? No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. But the thing about relying on a league owner, or relying on a sponsor, or relying on some third party promoter to come in with a bag, right? That has always been a crutch for battle rappers if you step outside of any of those golden periods where the bag is available one way or another. So to circumvent that, it's always been plan B, C, D, E, F, whatever your course is. You know, some people just focus on battle rap and then they be fucked up. So I want to use somebody like Aye Verb. All right. When Jae Millz says you guys are just waiting around and you guys is fucked up, look at Aye Verb. And this is why I jotted down a bunch of these examples. Aye Verb, I think we all agree, up until a couple of weeks ago, he was absolutely a Mount Rushmore candidate. A lot of people had him on their Mount Rushmore, one of the best resumes in battle rap history. Great lyricist, pioneer from the Midwest movement and all this stuff, yada, 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 yada. Aye Verb is Aye Verb as a battle rapper, right? His legacy has been fucked, but look at these examples. And this is one of your gods, one of your goats, right? Think about the jealousy that he exhibits towards a couple other battle rappers. Think about how he lies about his assets. Think about when he says things like, you know, oh, you talking what, Mickey, about your Mercedes? Well, I got me a Corvette. Or I'm the only one around here, when he's on M3S3 with 17 acres. Or he tell me about his Porsche that's broken down, right? Lying about his assets, trumping up his image. Verb wanting to sue everybody. Did y'all remember when I did that stream and I put together like 10 different people he was talking about suing? Nick Cannon, Hitman, ARP, Beasley, Chiller Jones, MTV. Just kept going and going. All of this, I'm suing. And we just happen to be in this sue era, right? Where that's like a job to certain people. We just kept finding somebody to threaten with a lawsuit. Right, let's keep going. When Verb was begging Nick, so in the midst of him threatening to sue Nick Cannon, he was also begging Nick Cannon for a look. book me and holla, cut the pay-per-view on. Now we know he's also selling wolf tickets, asking for things that he knows is not going to happen, and that's the escape route out. But at the same time, you're still begging Nick Cannon for his attention, and you're trying to attach it to a pay-per-view and some type of offer, some type of deal, along with threatening to sue him as well. Yo, you better give me a bag, Nick, because your employee has said something about possibly bumping into me one day. Let's keep going. Look at the situation recently with Frank, where he starts going in all these spaces. Yeah, I just want y'all to know, some battle rapper said something on the phone. I said, here, I gave it to Frank, and now me and Frank gonna start a league, or me and Frank got some business we about to do over there. Frank, because he just hearing in recent years, and Frank has gotten more popular, that Frank spends money on these battle rappers. Frank is a sponsor. He's worked with a lot of leagues. He's invested X amount of dollars already. And Verb hears those numbers. He said like $250,000. Frank says those numbers, right? And then Verb hears numbers like this. And then what does he do? He kisses up to Frank for a moment. There is no recorded audio. That's a lie. But he goes on that campaign for Frank. Let's keep going. Look at him last week with Hassan. Said his name 78 times in that fucking space. Hassan, hey Hassan, hey Hassan. We should sit down. We should talk. Get a stenographer, whatever that's called, and plug me up. I got stories that tell you, hey Hassan. You give me this amount of money or whatever. But try to get a bag out of this fucking industry level YouTuber, right? Let's keep it going. Verb selling himself as a promoter. There's video of this. He did it to me. He did it to URL, asking if he can be a promoter, asking if he can be a talent scout. Actually, both of those are separate. The promoter thing he does on Spaces pretty commonly. He says it sometimes. He throw it in there. Book me for promotion, or if you're selling something, you want me to say your name or whatever. Just always soliciting himself. And that's his word, right? Solicit. They solicited me. They called me. They booked me for a battle. They solicited me. He's constantly soliciting himself to be a talent scout or a promoter. Give me a bag and let me say your name on Spaces, or let me post your picture on Twitter because I got all this engagement. Let's keep going. This is actually a small list. The Cash App thing. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with posting your Cash App up on your page and accepting donations for your hard work. I know people that got a lot of money that allow themselves to receive donations, but it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And the way you present, it's like the people that are like, I'm not saying no word, or ain't gonna be no space. I'm gonna leave right now if y'all don't get this Cash App up to Lisa. Don't hold people hostage over it. If somebody wants to donate to you, they fuck with you. If they don't hold them hostage over the content that you need to drop to make $1 anyway, right? So I see through that the way he presents it. Keep going. Another recent one. He's about to be all set now. Doesn't need sponsors anymore. Forget it. Frank ain't come through for me. He was wishing on that star for about 4 days, right? So Kanye's my cousin now. I found out being Kanye's related. I don't need no more money from no sponsors because I got Kanye West as my blood relative. Let's keep going. That's what I saw get uploaded on YouTube recently. When he was talking about math. He was so strung out and hung up on Math's peak, when Math really, really took off, and it was just like MEO is like one of the best podcasts everywhere. The numbers were crushing, and Verb started talking all this mess about he's out of here. He's about to go do what Math does. Math flew him out a couple of times and to some exotic places. That's what he said. Like he's upselling. It's not true. Math's booked him for a show or two or whatever. But Verb does all this. He's in there talking to Yoshi. Yoshi, I don't know why you listening to this stupid shit, but talking to Yoshi about I'm out of here now. I'm about to do what Math does, and now that I know the game or whatever. One thing about Math, he's dick pulling Math for a hot second. What did he do? Start a podcast? Did he even cut a camera on? No. This is very. You want me to keep going? Let's keep going. Let's see if we got any other ones. Oh, his infamous reaction to those hundreds of thousands of dollars that was in that screenshot that me and Holla posted up. All right. Oh, wait. Holla posted a screenshot with some money that I know would save my life over times 5 right now? Shit. You know what? What could I come up with? What could I come up with? ARP robbed me for his pay-per-view. And I would have never known unless Holla exposed it. All those examples that I just gave. And I feel like that's only scratching the surface. But you want to know what I ran down those examples to show you one of the greatest of all time. But what does all of that mean? Where is he right now? How's he doing for himself? What is battle rap putting in his pocket right now that he has to do all of those things? And everything I just named is like within a year and a half time frame, maybe less than that. I think that's all within the last 9 months. Pretty much. Pretty much. There's other ones too, him acting like he wanted to box people for a bag or go to Suge or go do this or whatever. It's desperation, man. All those examples can't mean individual things. They all have one thing in common: desperation for finances. Now, the second person that's in the thumbnail, he's not as bad as Verb, at least from what he's showing publicly. But all you got to do is pay attention to the signs, and that's easy. That's all you got to do. When you have one of the hottest battle rappers in the game early in the year come out and say things like, I'm probably not even going to battle to, I don't know, mid-year. I'm going to chill. I'm going to fall back. Like, no battle rapper wants to fall back. No super high paid battle rapper wants to fall back. Right. And later on, it shows you how true that is. So when I heard that statement earlier in the year, I was just like, especially when before that, I think he was already laying out this crazy path that would win him maybe like the final J Black champion of the year, something like that. I forget. But that made me look. And then he comes out later on. He mentions the thing about Chrome's situation or Chrome's position. Reach out to T-Top to book you versus Jae Millz, somebody who's not worthy. We should reach out to your op, ARP, to book you versus Jae Millz, even though we're not cool, but I'll do the full circle shit. You olive branch URL a mile a minute. Smack had to get on there and say, you got to kill niggas like that. Got on there giggling on his live after Smack even said that. No man qualities in that type of response. And I could leave out, his background and his streams. But when I look at it, it's like you're showing desperation too. You're showing desperation, and you have your own league. You have multiple channels that you can do things on. Well, we assume 2, minimum 1, but we assume Trenches and the Chrome 23 channel that you could do things on. No? But it costs money to book. So if Frank's not paying for it, if ARP is not booking it, if T-Top's not booking it, if URL's not calling you, then you got to get it from your side. That was always one of my biggest strengths in battle rap. The fact that I never had to wait for a sponsor to make something happen. Like I offered Eazy $4,000 for my upcoming card. He can still reach out and take that deal if he wants it, despite his desperation. But that money would come directly from my pocket. Nobody else. I was all right, Eazy, here is your money. And think about it. Towards the end of March, the RBE card is going down. It's not nothing me. I don't want everybody to jump out there. It's not no max out. It's just some fun battles, y'all. Okay. That's gonna go down. If I'm not selling any pay-per-view, if I'm not selling any door tickets, if nothing's for sale the night of, and then I'm going to let the battles get edited by Runya Day. Shout out to Avo and the whole team over there. And I'm going to upload them to YouTube. All the members will get them early. If you want to get a new membership to see them early, you can. If you don't want to, you could wait, and then they'll come out for free within a week or 2. I'm not even pressing or pushing y'all up over promoting. Get your membership, get your membership. I'm not. So how does everybody get paid? If I have yet to even make $1 off of it by the time everybody gets their back end, because my contracts say like you get paid within like 48 hours, but everybody knows they get paid the same day from me, right? How's that get paid? It's got to come from somebody's pocket, okay? And that's why it's like, oh, I know ARP could make it happen. You know what I'm saying? There's is desperation. It's desperation. So let me start to get into transitions and removing the word desperation. We have two examples of this, and I only want to use them respectfully because the truth will keep us in the right place, hopefully. The first one I'll say is Geechi. And once again, free Geechi. Shout out to Geechi. Shout out to his friends, his immediates, and his family. Free Geechi. None of us know what he's going through. None of us should overjudge. I get it. None of us really agree with the circumstances. I don't agree with it either. I would never preach that to my children. I wouldn't co-sign it to put out the energy like, oh, hey, you got to get it high. I wouldn't do that. But at the same time, I want to leave enough room to try to understand what that man was going through, and I don't know. So I'm trying to be as neutral on it as possible, and you definitely get some bias in there because I really do fuck with Geechi. He's been a good nigga to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's just being honest. But at the end of the day, a mission's a mission. And some people don't budge for certain missions. Going back to Jae Millz, I want to keep using some of his examples since he's in the thumbnail too. The bags that he got offered, the missions, he didn't accept. I remember one time I had a conversation with King Lowe's. Matter of fact, it was a stream that we did or a promo video that we did. I'm talking to him on camera. He puts the camera down on like his Gucci flip-flops. He's like, you see these? You see these? And I'm like, yeah, I had no clue he's going with it. He's like, you see these right here on my feet? I was like, yeah. He was like, these don't come off my feet unless it's $10,000 or better. And now he won't even leave the house. You know, me. You know how many people have asked me to host ever since I retired? I'll fly you out. Or how much does it cost to host? I tell everybody I don't host. I'm cool. I don't even do events anymore. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate it, but that ain't me no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever they're offering me, I don't even need to hear the number because I wouldn't insert myself within those energies or battle rap in those respects that I've moved away from for that type of money. Damn, I don't even know what you could offer me to get me to do it. You know what I'm saying? So the mission matters. And the high stakes, come on, ARP, would you host $4 million? All right, you got me. The mission and the stakes matter. So what made Geechi embark on that type of mission? Now, when I say the second example, Surf, and Surf will be home soon, right? But we got to speak the truth. Surf's paperwork has like weed shit in it. You know what I'm saying? And when we read through some of it, or matter of fact, I don't think I did it on stream, but when I read through some of it, you know, it's just like those type of moves and things that you're talking about, they don't look like the guy that's living out the numbers that he be bragging about when he's in spaces or when he's on camera. You know, so people's realities be way, way different. It's the images that do all the talking to the fans. I get it. The perception be the reality for some people. But the truth of it, those examples show why you should never feel bad about your transitions. Let's get into that now. I'm going to use some battlers and then I'm going to chat GPT and AI me some celebrities. Transitions. You know, you'll have people that try to carry a narrative of like, even with me, like if people don't like me, you know what they'll probably say? Like, he quit. You know what I'm saying? Like he quit battle rap. There's a difference between quitting and retiring. You know, like being able to retire is what you do at the end of anything that you're fulfilled in and you've done what you've wanted to do, and when you can leave on your own terms, not get fired. The name of the game is not to get fired. Don't let the game fire you. Like, all right, you don't get booked anymore. The game fired you. You don't have money to finance cards anymore. All right, the game fired you. No, you have the money. You have the resources. You have the credibility, the respect, the platform, your league of the year. And then you say, okay, I'm walking this way. That's a retirement. That's not you got fired. You see what I'm saying? This is why I don't go a day without people still speculating if I'm returning, because they know I could do it if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So I see that chatter sometimes. It doesn't get under my skin, too much. I'll be like, I see it every once in a while. I'm like, yeah, he's a lame. But the thing about transitions, don't even be naive enough to not believe that a lot of people will transition because it's in their path and in their decision. Some people can't transition. They'll tell you, this is my A, B, and C option right here. Some people don't have any other options. Some people never had a B and C source of income or opportunity or resume or career. It never did. So they will continue to depend on one thing, and they'll sell me and y'all on, this is my longevity attempt. You want to know when I believe your longevity? When you're like in a LeBron James situation. I don't have to be that extreme, but you get my point. Meaning that this person has accomplished everything. He's got all the money, his family's set, he's got his health, his legacy and reputation is solidified. You could argue him as the GOAT or the one of the best, if not the best league. Some people will argue little old ARP on that Mount Rushmore of league owners. You're set. You're set. Yet you still see that motherfucker going night in and night out when he can get on the court and playing to the best of his. He still got one of the best dunks of the year already. That's passion. That's passion. Some battle rappers or some people from our culture have transitioned. I'm one of them. You know who's? I'm going to go down a bunch of examples. Jay Black has been somebody that's always been paralleling his celebrity / music reaction industry stuff along with battle rap. And I've watched him say many times over the years about how long he's going to do this, or this is done, or then you'll see him retire, champion, or focus on certain things less and less. He's doing it his way, but he's also kind of transitioning at the same time, if not building up this other piece at the same time. He's been doing it right in front of y'all faces forever. Here's a very clear transition. Math. The last time Math battled, right? Because he found something else to make himself financially dependent on himself. Content. That's what he went to. You see Froze. Shout out to Froze. He's got like 2 channels now, right? Transitioning. Jim's his own channel. He's been blogging for a minute, right? Hasn't battled in a while. Transitioning. Holla will battle because he don't do shit but once a year, if that anyway, and it's for a big bag. But in the meantime, he been transitioned. I got this spa over here. I got basketball. I got my channel that I could go live on. I don't know. This is other shit I can't even talk about that he ain't even announced yet. I got this podcast with my girl. I still got me and Nick Cannon pop out here, right? So these are transitions. There's a lot of league owners and old sponsors that have transitioned, right? When you think about some of our greats, let me try this right here live with y'all using AI. Let me try this with y'all. Chat GPT. Okay, let me bring this up on the screen. Let's do this live together. Please build me a table displaying how much money these artists made prior to their transitions to new arenas versus after. For example, I watch this, y'all. Joe Budden as a rapper. We know that this is already, we've seen the numbers, right? This is a crazy comparison if ChatGPT gets it right. Joe Budden as a rapper versus as a podcaster. Gilly as a rapper. That's a crazy discrepancy too. Rapper versus a podcaster. You guys want to go? Jay-Z as a rapper versus an entrepreneur. How do you spell it? Did I spell it right? Now let's see the table, and I'm going to add some more names after this. Joe Budden as a rap. I even questioned the 3 to 5 million with him as a rapper, to be honest. Joe Budden as a rapper, 3 to 5 million total career earnings. Oh, let's say in total. Okay. Podcaster, 20 to million, and that's per year. So career earnings, as from when we met him to when he retired, 3 to 5 million. He's got like 5, 6, 7 albums and EPs, and worked with Amalgam Digital and Def Jam and all this, right? 3 to 5 million in total. All right, I'll go for that. 20 to 30 million when it comes to now him as a podcaster. You call a transition, boy. Gilly, 1 to 2 million total from music earnings. I question that a little bit too. I'll take their word for it. Now, 10 to 15 million, once again, is that per year? Joe's definitely is. This might be per year with Barstool deals, ad lives, and all this, and the big hats and shit. Jay-Z, 50 to 100 million for his music career. 2.5 billion net worth after the motherfucker started embarking on all this other shit. And do you guys realize I can do that for probably Rick Ross? I can do that for some sports players, maybe Shannon Sharp, right? I can do hell, Tom Brady. Oh, I'm killing y'all today. We're gonna stop these stupid narratives today. Tom Brady. Let me pull this back up for a second. Tom Brady. What's his? It's like some crazy shit that he's getting to sports, and he only got to do it a couple times a year. How much does Tom Brady get paid now as a sports announcer? Oh my God, he's got a 10-year deal, 375 million. 37.5 million per year. And he shows up to do that shit a couple times a year. Tom Brady. That's your GOAT, right? That's a lot of y'all GOAT from football, right? Almost every NBA player at some point then transitioned into commentary, right? Don't mistake the battle rapper. Listen to this one. Y'all got you. Look at y'all. Y'all are going crazy. Look at y'all. Y'all get it. Jordan with NASCAR. Jordan don't need it. I ain't gonna lie. Some of these people don't need it, but their transitions show such a big discrepancy that is crazy. All right, watch this take right here, y'all. Going back to what I said earlier about the LeBron example, I promise you, not every battle rapper or league owner in their 40s and then in their 50s is going to be doing it out of passion. They're going to tell you it is. They're going to act like it is. They're going to preach longevity. It's going to be because they have no other options. Let me use URL. Does URL have any other options? I don't know. So don't make it sound like what I said 5 seconds ago is for URL. I don't know. But here's one thing I do notice, and it's clear to all of us. Let me use Smack, right? For how many years? I don't remember the last time I saw Smack made headlines and he was happy. He seems disgruntled as shit. Every interview, he just complains about the game and the culture and the battle rappers and the leagues and the drama and the prices and the market and how much it costs and this. That's all I hear. And I get it. Sometimes it's based on the questions that he gets asked. But Smack don't never look happy on camera. They're going to start looking happy now that I said this shit. They're going to tap each other behind. Like, oh, we got clean. Beasley too. Beasley is you see him still, you could read his peaks in frustration with certain questions. You could read it on him. You know, like for example, leagues booking other battle rappers. You know, he's still has so much frustration that you see even in his 3 Letterman interview that just dropped the other day. You could see it. And I would like to say, if I saw Beasley and Smack booking volumes for the app 10 years from now, I would have to question, is it all passion or is it all love? Or you guys who look upset a lot of the time, this is your bread and butter. This is your main option, and you got to ride this bitch till the wheels fall off. You know what I'm saying? If I got to question it about the couple battle rappers that Jae Millz is talking about, if I could talk about the Mount Rushmores like Aye Verb, if I could talk about like Eazy the Block Captain, who used to be the old algorithm, right? So nobody else could ever fit that bill. Y'all lying to me. Y'all shitting me. A lot of league owners and a lot of battle rappers would fit that bill. So, don't ever let somebody deter you from finding your transitions. Having options means that you possibly are talented and you're useful in multiple arenas. Okay? Like I can come into battle rap right now and make a bag. What does it say if I don't want to or if I don't need to? Versus somebody that'll sit there and complain every time they're on camera. I think there's a difference. Certain battle rappers, I don't want to take $2,000, but you got 2 contracts back to back for $2,000. What does that say? Jae Millz out here talking about all these leads with cards coming up I didn't turn down. What does that say? Point proven. Hopefully. Once again, King Briss 718. Appreciate you becoming a member again. Of course, we still got Don here. Our OG member. Jay's in the building. She says the Street Fighter sound effect leans me. What y'all got as y'all favorite fighter? Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? I want my answer. Killer Instinct. Does anybody remember the intro that I did? What was it? Social Distance 1 or 2? While I was playing the arcade game, and then in the intro, I still have that arcade. If you notice the side of it, I think it's Spinal from Killer Instinct. It's a custom made arcade. It's a 4 joystick arcade, jam packed with a bunch of stuff, thousands and thousands of games. But all the artwork and the lighting on everything is Killer Instinct because that's my favorite fighter game. So that's why y'all saw it in Social Distance. I had it custom made. I still have it to this day. Yeah. Never got into Tekken. Never cared for Tekken too much. 770 NY Kig. NYKIG. My bad if I'm not putting this together the right way. I'll just call you 7, homie. Appreciate the big super. Says, confused about a drop of his league's battle on another league's TBL platform. I know we don't see eye to eye, but I'll let you drop my league's battle on your platform. Shaking my head. Yeah, I know we don't see eye, but you got to finish it though, because the I know we don't see eye to eye is already enough. But then it's like 3 pieces in the opening sentence. I know we don't see eye to eye is 1. Number 2, probably even like each other. That's 2. And then 3, which is cool. But you better go transition to acting. And let me one minute. This one's for you, 7. Appreciate the big super. Speaking of Eazy, can Eazy transition to being like a big blogger or a big podcaster? Or I saw that vid of Rem. Shout out to Rem, where it looked like she was like in a news station or something like that. And she was talking about she's got like an upcoming I don't know if it's probably like just news or gossip or celebrity news type of base, like what a lot of us talk about. And she was announcing it. Looked dope because remember she's talking about she got the Rem Network, right? Shout out to Rem once again. Like Eazy can't do that. Like he can't sit there as a co-host and do that because of his stutter. You know, no bullshit. Like you can't be a newscaster or a sports announcer with a stutter. You know, I know he's taking acting classes. Looks like the league owner thing isn't really working out. As a battle rapper, he's waiting around for people. So Gotta find transitions. It can't just be going live on YouTube and getting all your energy and all your topics and your questions and carrying your stream from answering questions in your chat. You know? So certain transitions aren't for everybody. Like content isn't for everybody. You know, Jae Millz, you didn't have to take that shot at DNA and Goods, man. They still got a good podcast, man. Come on, man. That battle's over, man. Focus on Aye Verb and Eazy. Goods, DNA, good folk. Nah, I can't even say that to Jae Millz because they got their own issues. I can't go to DNA and Goods and say Jae Millz is good folk. I can't go to Jae Millz and say DNA and Goods is good folk. They got their own opinions on each other. I'm out of it. All right. ELP 3035 is here. Appreciate the super says. I think some MCs tried to justify what Geechi did because they did not too far away from making similar moves. Demonizing legit streams of income didn't help. I've had my share of breaking laws in my teens and some of my 20s. Some of them. I've had my share. You know, I was blessed to get to a point where I just was able to decide what I wanted to do and how much I wanted to try to stay away from because the element was there, you know, and at times I was involved in it. So, somebody like me, I could lose it all today. Let's say I got no friends and family to help me. Let's say my multiple streams of talent or income disappear. I will still stay legal. You know, and I know some people say people go to what they know. There's a couple things that I know that probably can get me in trouble that I wouldn't. I'm done with those. You know what I mean, I've been like that for a while. If I didn't continue to bust my ass the way I did over a majority of my lifetime, yeah, you catch me in some retail spot or something, selling sneakers, selling food, stocking shelves. I get me a job. I think I speak well enough to interview myself into some type of gig or job. That's what I would do. And then your whole lifestyle just got to go along with it. You know what I'm saying? But I can't risk. I can't risk my. You know, it's crazy. We already risk our health way more than we know. Like even just from the way we eat. You know, so I risk my health enough over the years. I've drank twice since New Year's. Once I went out, my homie aunt saw my gram, whatever day that was in January. We took a couple ladies out to eat and had a good time, man. And that was just me randomly. I joked with y'all about that on my stream. I was just like, yo, I invited all my boys. I said, y'all could bring y'all wives, Hala, Sin, everybody. And I was just like, yo, it's on me. And I'm glad that only everybody had shit going. Like two of my homies was away, Hala was away, another person was stuck working. And the only person that made it out, my man Ant, and shorty, I was with him. And I was just like, shit, we ended up at an expensive place. I'm kind of glad I didn't have to pay rent. But nah, that night I drank, and then I had a drink on Valentine's Day. So only 2 times I drank in 2026 so far. And all month, all February, and all but like the first week of January, I think, I've been eating home cooked meals. I haven't ordered out no Grubhub, no Uber Eats, no DoorDash. I did that shit daily. I used to spend like, I shouldn't say used to, like it's so far long ago, but a $300 day on DoorDash is not, that's too much. It's hard to spend that, but hundreds of dollars. You know what I'm saying? $100 dinner order or $100+ order, $50, $60, $70 lunch. You know what I'm saying? So you get to save the money. That's dope. But you just never know the ingredients. Their game is to make it tasteful so that you order again. It's not to keep you healthy. So we sacrifice our life enough already is the point. And then to go do the freedom stuff is something I've been away from for a while. Now, who I say this to? I think I said it to Show. I either said it to Show or Will when we was on the phone. I said it's very hard to get me to jeopardize my freedom premeditated, and the reason why I always say that to keep myself grounded is because you can't dictate random shit. You know, if I'm minding my business, or if I'm out and about, or if something pops off, or something what you just never know what's gonna happen. But to have me sitting here right now and premeditate busting a certain type of move, I don't see it. I don't see it. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to go the route of demonizing Gotti. Like I said, I fuck with him. He's real cool. You know, and I did want to leave enough room to say we don't know what he's going through, but there is the other side of it. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I totally get both sides of the argument. And I tried to be, I get it, man. I didn't want to demonize anybody for their opinion. I guess that was the best I could do. You know? But shout out to Geechi once again. Yes. If it wasn't 8 o'clock, I probably would record it right after this and get it uploaded. I'll probably get it up in the morning for y'all. I like the way he approached things. We'll do a reaction to that. We got another new member in the building. I'm gonna call you Blade, because the rest of this, man. Shout out to Blade, new member in the building. Salute, homie. Welcome to the green team, man. All we ask is trust. Maybe that's the reason why Verb called me Illuminati, because I say the green team, secret society, all we ask is trust. Is that where it comes from? He's weird. Who knows? Mr. Carter's in the building. It says some artists will always stay active no matter how much money they have. It could be Geechi or King Von. It's millionaires out here choosing the street. So Geechi's far from a millionaire. But King Von was in a good spot, if you ask me. Little Dirk's your brother. You got Fire behind you at this point. You're in court Fire. The industry's rocking with you. You're getting your bookings, albums on the way. You got the image. The King Von problem is he didn't have a chance to get old enough or to live long enough to separate from what he really was. I mean, demon with it. Super street nigga. He never, sometimes you can't separate from those ways without time passing. You know, you can't just flip. Some people can't flip that switch. You want to know what a switch is for certain people like that? Something happens. You get shot and you live. It's like, oh shit, flip the switch. Or somebody you know gets shot, flip the switch. Or passes away, flip the switch or whatever. He's too deep into that shit. He enjoyed it. I'm not making that up. That's his tweets, that's his videos, that's his music. He enjoyed it. You know, and how does somebody that's that into the street life and gangbanging and whatnot and death, like somebody that's that much into death, how do you separate them from that? It's not the opportunity, the money in King Von's case. I guess the only thing that could have healed him is time. You know, let him get in his 30s and have some kids running around and shit and start to think different and experience more things. And, you know, when you're his age with his background, that's what's most important. Having the most hats and shit. Like, I mean, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. All right. We got Nuisance TV. Our member here says, I always been a Mortal Kombat and a Tekken guy. You keep Tekken. You keep Tekken. My favorite MK. I don't know. I haven't played Mortal Kombat as much ever since the combo system came in. And they got some dope ones with the combo system. I got it in my game room, just never really played it. But nah, Killer Instinct was my favorite shit. Whether I played you with Spinal, Sabretooth, my Full Gore was okay, and I've used him at times because that's my Ryu and Ken side of me. Glacius, I'll fuck you up with Glacius. Really, Sabretooth is my, because he's fast. TJ Combo is okay. I had a couple characters I get you up out of there with. Some artists will always stay active no matter how much money they have. Oh, my bad. We just read that one. Okay. Jay's here with the big super $25 on a Friday. Blue Heart. The cowboy hat emoji, the bricks. That's infinite, or is that astrology? I forget. And then the cross fingers. Thank you, Jay. Really appreciate you with this one. Thank you, love. Thank you. Jason Carter's back here. Says Boosie, BG, Fetty Wap, Dirk, Shiesty, etc. It's not just in battle rap. Some of these dudes was tripping with them with the major bag, drill, trap, licks, choices. Yeah. And having your options, man. Having your options, multiple streams of revenue, even if they're not big streams of revenue. It's just options, man. Nothing lasts forever. If you got a nice job right now, it's not going to last forever. If you're in the NBA right now, it's not. How many NBA players is fucked up? They just did that documentary on that NBA player that is right back in the projects right now, right? It's a lot of people. You know, you gotta find your transitions. Transitions are a beautiful thing. Don't let anybody ever tell y'all different. Some people transition to higher places. Like the RBE channel from a content standpoint, as far as me blogging and podcasting, probably already made more money than RBE made within like RBE's first 3 years. Shit, I gotta really check to see if it's full. Definitely like the first 3 years. Absolutely. And profit? Absolutely. I'm not talking about what it generated. RBE always generated a good amount of money, but gross versus net is a different ball game. I don't care if I spent 100. If I only made back 90, I'm in the red. You know what I'm saying? So as far as net profit, I've already produced more money than RBE did within his first 3 years. You know, and that's not even the reason that I was forecasting my transition. I really did what I wanted to do as far as being a league owner and doing events anymore. But even financially, it's just like I'm trashing a lot of leagues, dollar for dollar. Trashing a lot of battle rappers, dollar for dollar. And for me, it's a transition to something peaceful. something fun after closing a chapter on something that I'm totally fulfilled with and happy about. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever let somebody try to convince y'all that that's a bad thing. God the Brand gifted 10 of them things on the channel. 10 memberships. Who caught them memberships out there? Thank you, God the Brand. I appreciate you, G. Thank you. That's a big gift. 10 on a Friday. And Jay is here just to let me know it's an infinity, and then she puts a 328, which is tomorrow. No, it's not. Duh, today's February still. I'm tripping. Sometimes she gets me. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you go over my head. You got it. All right. Happy Friday. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna upload some more content on this channel. Probably that T.I. Sun reaction. And I got some more content that's gonna hit the second channel, the Sorry It's True Clips channel, probably like tomorrow morning as well. Other than that, enjoy y'all Friday. I ain't got nothing planned. I can't even drink. Y'all heard what I said. So I'm falling back. Probably go find me a movie and just chill out, hang out for the rest of the day. That's it. I'm gonna catch up with y'all tomorrow. We out.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry It's True podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.